Hello and welcome to our channel. In front of me I have AMAZFIT Cheetah 2 Ultra, and today I'm going to show you a few tricks you can use on this watch. So let's get started. And the first thing I want to show you is the way to control the music on your watch. And you can control the music directly on the watch, so you can basically use your watch to listen to music, and also you can control the music on the phone that is paired with your watch by using the watch itself, which could be useful as well. And to control the music, you simply wake up the screen, swipe left to open the menu, and find the option called Music or Audio Control. Music allows you to listen to the music directly on the watch. You can basically open here the menu and you can play, pause, you can go next, previous, you can control the volume, you can shuffle the songs, you can swipe up, and here you have the playlists. So you can basically use your watch as a media playing device. And if you want to use your watch to control the music on your phone, you need to pair your phone with your watch, of course. On that phone, you will need to allow some permissions. So you need to go to the Zepp application, go to device, and here find the notifications menu. And if you see any pop-ups right here at the top telling you that there's required permission and you don't have it, either here or if you tap on app notifications here at the top, if you see any pop-ups like that, allow them. And once you allow the required permission and it's gone, you can go back. And now you should be able to control the music on your phone with your watch. So if you start playing the music on your phone, let me open the Spotify, for example, and start playing the music. Okay, let me actually lower the volume a bit. So let's say you have a music playing, you can go to your watch, open the menu, find the audio control and tap on it. And as you can see, by default, it's set to watch music, but you can tap on watch music right here, select your phone as the source, and here we have it. And now we can play, pause, go next, go previous. You can control the volume. So it should be louder now. Yeah, that was quite loud. Basically that's how you control the music on your phone with your watch. And that could be useful, or this could be useful if, for example, you have your phone in your pocket or in your backpack when you're training. You don't need to pull out your phone to change the song or increase the volume. You can just use your watch to do that. Okay. Since we're on the topic of music, I'm gonna also show you how to upload the music to your watch. So you can basically listen to the music directly on your watch. And to do that, of course, your watch needs to be paired with a phone. And once the devices are paired together, you need to open the Zepp application. In the Zepp application, you need to tap on device. And here you need to find the music app. It's going to be right here on the list of applications. And you can tap on it. And right here, we can tap on add, and find the songs we want to add. For example, these three. Select them, and once you select the songs you want to add, you can tap on transfer, and the songs will be uploaded. It might take some time because the Bluetooth transfer is not so fast, but we can also use the Wi-Fi network. So if you tap on allow, it will scan for the Wi-Fi networks, and you can basically connect to the Wi-Fi network, and it should use the Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth, which will be a lot faster. For some reason, it's struggling. Okay, connect. And now, connection successful. So it will start transferring the songs, and on the Wi-Fi, it's quite faster than on Bluetooth. And once it's done, basically you will have the message that the songs are uploaded. And here we have it. Transfer complete. And now if you go to your watch and you go to all music, right here you should see your songs and you can play them. So you can use your watch as a media player, though you won't be able to fit too many songs on your watch, unfortunately. Okay, so that's how you upload the music to your watch. And you can also, another thing I want to show you is button shortcuts. Basically, by default, we have some shortcuts on our buttons right here. For example, this one opens the workout menu. This one opens the menu, basically the up menu. This one opens the control panel, and we can customize the shortcuts. To do it, open the settings on your watch, go to preferences, and here find the shortcut buttons. And once you find it, tap on it. And right here we have the list of shortcuts, and we have press and long select the long press select button. So this one, it opens ZEP Flow. Press select button, so just press it, opens the workout. Long press the down button right here. No, down button is this one, my butt. This is the down button. Double press the back button, so this one, and press the back button, this one. And we can customize the shortcuts. For example, as you can see, I don't have a long press down button and double press back button assigned anything for it. So I'm just going to tap on one. And let's say I want to open the, I don't know, weather. And with the long press the down button, and with the double press the back button, I want to open the settings. And now if I double press the back button, it will open the settings for me. And if I long press the down button, it will open the weather. And you can customize it to your liking, each shortcut right there in the menu. I recommend to check it. It is really nice. You can basically make your watch more comfortable, more precise to use. So check it out. I recommend to use it. Another thing I recommend to check is the offline voice control. Basically, you can use some voice commands to control your watch, and it is quite nice. And to use it, of course, you need to activate it first. So grab your watch, go to settings on it, and here find the voice assistant and tap on it. And we have ZEP Flow, so this is the AI voice assistant and the offline voice control. This is what we want to use first, and we can open it. And here we have a few options. We have language, wake up mode, and commands. Language, I recommend to check it first because by default it might be in the Chinese. Yeah, it will be. So change it to the language you want to use, for example, English. And then if you check the commands should be in English now. And as you can see, we have, for example, do not disturb. We can turn it on or off, battery saver as well, theater mode, music control. So we can control a lot of features of the watch. And to activate the offline voice control, select the wake up mode. And here we have three options. We have respond within 5 seconds after you turn your wrist. So basically, if you flick your wrist with your watch on your wrist, it will start listening. Then we have respond within 5 seconds each time you wake up the screen. So if the screen is turned off, you wake it up, it will start listening. And then we have respond during the screen light up. And you can check any of these options. I'm gonna use this one because it's the easiest one to activate, but you can select whatever you like. And now, once we activate the offline voice control, so I'm gonna turn off the screen, wake it up. Okay. Let's try again. Now it woke up. You can see this animation on the bottom of the screen. That means that it's listening. And if it's listening, you can say some commands. For example, enable D&D. And it will turn on the do not disturb mode. Quite nice. You can just say something and it will do it for you. Same with the turn off D&D. So disable D&D. Disable D&D. Sometimes it doesn't want to. Disable D&D. This time it listened, turned off the do not disturb mode. So check the commands. Maybe you find some commands you like and you want to use. Turn it on and use them if you like to. Check it out. I really recommend. And since we're on the topic of the assistant, we can also use the ZEP Flow, which is like something like a Gemini, I would say, but for the ZEP watches. And to use it, first we need to, of course, activate it. So we need to go to settings. Actually, first let me turn off the activation for the voice assistant because it's going to be turning on every time I wake up the screen, which will be a bit annoying at this point. Okay, so let's go back to the voice assistant, and in the voice assistant menu we have ZEP Flow. And here in this menu we have some settings for it. We have voice responses, and you can change the type of the voice. Then we have female and male voice. You can enable the notification access for it, and this will allow it to read the notifications for you and stuff like that. And then we have show AI notification assistant. You can enable it or disable it. And finally, we can also change the language for it. For example, I'm gonna select the United States. Okay. And if you want to activate the voice assistant, the easiest way is to set up the shortcut for it, the button shortcut. So we can go to settings, go to the preferences, and let's say I want to use the select button, long press select button to activate the ZEP Flow. And by default, it will be this button. But if you have something else set here, you can always pick different shortcut if you want, but basically you want to assign ZEP Flow for it, for one of the shortcuts. And now we have the way to activate the ZEP Flow. And once you activate it, it will start listening. First, we have the info about the update, and now it's listening. Sometimes it doesn't listen. You can always tap on this icon. What's the weather like?
It's sunny and 88 degrees Fahrenheit now.
Okay.
Stay hydrated.
And we can now use it normally. So turn up the brightness. Oh, it didn't understand me.
Readiness is now replaced by Wake Hybrid Charge. The new Hybrid Charge gives you a better view of
Let's
your
try
energy
again.
all day. You can ask.
Turn up the screen brightness. Oh, and this time it worked.
Screen brightness.
So sometimes you can also use it to increase the brightness and stuff like this. So I also recommend to check it out. Could be useful for you. Okay. Another thing I want to recommend to check and use, sometimes it might be very useful, is the Find Device feature. Basically, this feature allows you to find the watch or phone by using watch or the phone. So basically, if you misplace your phone, you can use your watch to locate it. And if you misplace your watch, you can also use your phone to locate that watch as well. And I recommend to check it because it might be quite useful in some cases. And to use it, it's quite simple. Basically, your watch needs to be paired with a phone. And once the devices are paired together, and let's say you misplace your phone and you want to find it, you can always go to your watch, open the quick panel, find the icon that looks like this, like the phone icon, tap on it, and the phone will start vibrating by default. If it's not enough, you can always tap on play sound. It will start playing very loud sound. It's very loud. And hopefully that will let you locate your phone when you can find it. And once you're done, you can tap on close to stop this. And if you want to locate your watch, you can open the Zepp application. Go to the device page, of course. Here find the option called Find Device. And once you find it, you can tap on it. The watch will start vibrating, making sound. And hopefully it will allow you to locate your watch if you misplaced it. And the last thing I want to show you is the glove mode. This mode is quite obscure, but it also could be a lifesaver in certain situations. Basically, what this mode does, it turns up the sensitivity of the touchscreen on your watch. And if you're wearing gloves and your watch doesn't recognize your touches, you could always turn it on, and hopefully that will solve your problem. Also, if you have some kind of screen protection on your watch, like a foil or glass, it could also have problems with the sensitivity of the touchscreen. You can turn on the glove mode, and hopefully that will also improve your experience. And to turn it on, go to settings, of course, find the preferences. Right here, tap on it, find the glove mode, and tap on it. And here we have option enabled. By default, it will be disabled, but you can always enable it. And now the sensitivity of the touchscreen should be increased. And if you're wearing gloves or you have a screen protection on your watch, potentially it could solve your problems. So I recommend to check it if you find the problems with the screen sensitivity. Okay. And that's about all. So if you found this video any helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving a like on the video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.